Hey guys, this is Jerry. Welcome to the channel. Today is a complete tutorial video about the MG tire pressure monitoring system. In this video, I'll show you why your vehicle does have the tire pressure warning on, and how to check your tire pressure, and how to reset your tire pressure, how to pump up the tire pressure to the correct tire pressure recommended. As always, you can find all the timestamps down below for you to skip forward. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe and like down below. Alright, here we have an example of the MG ZST for New Zealand Australian version. So this particular ZST has a full digital dashboard. Again, if you have a different vehicle, your dashboard display may look different, but you all find this symbol over here. This is the tire pressure warning light. So the tire pressure warning light came on for mostly two reasons. First reason, because one of your tire pressure is lower than the normal standard tire pressure or the correct recommended tire pressure. Second reason is your tire pressure sensor may have a faulty, may have an error, may be broken, whatever. That's the second reason. So to tell the difference between your tire pressure is low or the sensor has a problem, there's one way, is to look at this particular signal over here. When you start the vehicle, if this light stay on, just stay still, that means one of your tire pressure is low. Then that's fine, you just pump up the tire pressure or fix your puncture if needed. Second thing, if you switch on the car, this flashes at first, then stay on, that means your tire pressure sensor may have a faulty. That in that case, you may have to visit a proper MG dealership to get the tire pressure to be checked or replaced or repaired, whatever. So that's one way to tell the difference. And second thing, to check the tire pressure, which particular tire pressure is low, we can go into the center dashboard. Again, in some vehicles, you may have a small panel in the center, you may have a different display, everything, but the logic is very, very similar. So what you want to do, go to your steering control. You can just use the left or right arrow to change your display in the center. At the moment, we can go right. We have the setting menu, we're not going to use this. Second, we have the MG Pilot menu, we're not going to use this again. Third, we have the warning menu. You can see the yellow triangle is on. That means there are some warning about the vehicle, whether your door is opening, whether you need a service. And in this instance, our front right tire pressure is low. So that's why it has this warning. In detail, you can also go into the vehicle setting of the car setting and go up or down to change different indication or different display. You can check your fuel consumption. In this instance, we are going to go to the tire pressure sensor or tire pressure monitoring system. Now we can finally see all the rest of the tire pressure is okay, showing the white color, where this front right is showing the yellow sign, and this is too low, obviously. So that's the way to check which particular tire pressure is low according to your dashboard. When you have this tire pressure warning, the first most important thing is to check how your tire look like. So at the moment, I know the right front tire is low, and after checking the vehicle, although it's low, it's not totally deflated, it's not flat. If the vehicle tire is totally flat, you do not want to drive the car at all. You do need to change your tire, change your space saver, or use your pump kit to pump up the tire, as it's very, very dangerous to drive a flat tire on the road. Another thing you can do additionally, not necessary, but you can visually check around the tire. You can start rolling the vehicle a little bit forward, inch by inch. Then you can visually check how your tire pressure, how your tire is, in case there's a big nail or big puncture. If there's a very big nail on top of it, again, it's recommended to change your space saver before you drive to the next direction. If there are nail or nail cut on the sidewall, again, you do not want to drive the car anymore. It's recommended to check to go to the tire shop to quickly replace it or get your space saver on. After checking the tire, if everything looks okay, all you need to do left is to pump up the tire pressure. So then you need to find your tire pressure recommended pressure in your vehicle. To do this, you need to open the driver door. In this instance, it's on the driver display on the right. You can find this symbol sticker. In some vehicles, it may be on the passenger door. Again, different vehicle have different settings, different recommended pressure, but you can easily find this on the door panel. If you're not, you can find them online as well. Now we can see in this vehicle, this is the MG ZST for New Zealand market. We have the 17-inch wheels standard tire on this particular vehicle from factory. If you have changed your tire or changed your wheel to some other dimensions or some other versions, this may not be the 100% correct tire pressure warning. This is only based on factory wheels basically. Once we change to, once we see the tire pressure, you can see 230 bar, 230 kPa, 2.3 bar, 34 psi for the front, and for the rear, 230, 2.3, and 34. That's the same. And you can find your temporary spare tire if needed. When you put it on, that was the recommended pressure as well. Again, that's based on the factory equipped space saver tire. If you have the EV or plug-in hybrid, you don't have the space saver, so this doesn't work. For standard things, it's okay to go a little bit higher than these numbers, but it's not recommended to go super low on this tire pressure. And in different markets, you may have different readings here and there. In case your market's vehicle only shows the kPa, doesn't show these two, it's fine, it's pretty easy. Just use your phone to quickly do some Google search. It says kPa to psi, then convert the number. Now I'm at the air pumping station. For I know the pressure I would need is 34 psi. I'm gonna press this up to 34, just like this. Unscrew the cap and pressure it in. Obviously it'll take a while. I'll skip that forward. Now after some time, all my tire pressure are set to 34 psi according to the pumping machine. I'm going to go start the vehicle up and go into the dashboard. As you can see, these all bring back to around 2.3 to 2.2 bar. So as you can see, the front right, the readings are now correct and there's no warning light anymore. So to reset the tire pressure, you don't have to do anything. There's no specific step to do the reset. As long as your tire pressure goes back to normal, this will automatically reset and the indicator light will come off, just like that. In some cases, your tire pressure warning light may not come off directly straight away once you pump up the tire. It's okay, there's no panic. What you want to do, you want to keep driving the vehicle to some distance, and once the tire pressure indication goes to normal, or your tire pressure in terms of temperature goes to normal, it will automatically clears off. Alright, next part is some additional information about the tire pressure monitoring system. First thing, if you have done everything right to set your tires to the right pressure and your warning light has gone off, but after a few days or after some time your tire pressure came back down again on the exact same tire or tires, that might means you may have a slow leaking or small puncture somewhere around the tire. It may not be noticeable by yourself, so now it's recommended to visit a tire shop or MG dealership to quickly check your tire pressure again, or check your tire information or tire condition in case there are slow puncture. These can grow up to bigger problem if anything happens. So this is the first thing. And second thing, if you ever need a new tire or new wheels or anything like that, whenever you change these things, it's always good to tell your tire shop that your vehicle has tire pressure monitoring system with a inbuilt tire pressure sensor. That means if they're changing anything, make sure they don't damage the tire pressure sensor. Although it's very, very uncommon for a tire technician to damage your tire pressure sensor, but it could happen. Or if you, like say your wheels are silver color, you want to paint the wheels to fully black, when those paint shop remove the tires, always give them some reminder says these cars come with a tire pressure monitoring system. And we have had something happen before. It's again very uncommon, but it could happen to you in case that happens. And number three, in case that thing happens, if someone damaged your tire pressure sensor, unfortunately the tire pressure sensor will be faulty. You will need to get a new tire pressure sensor. In that case, talk to your MG dealership. I'm pretty sure they will have some parts or parts available for order, stuff like that. These can be easily replaced, plus getting it scanned or checked again. And another thing is in winter, you may have tire pressure monitoring system come on randomly as the winter temperature could drop quite low. And when the temperature drops low, your air pressure inside the tire will unfortunately contract. What that means is your air pressure will drop based on the weather as cold contracts and heat expands, as per theory says. That means even if you use the vehicle as normal, even if you have set the tire pressure right last week, you may have a tire pressure drop suddenly because the weather temperature changes. This is quite common. You'll notice this mostly around early morning or late night, something like that. There's no panic. Again, just put some more pressure into it. We'll keep running the vehicle to see the tire pressure is like. So this is the common thing about winter tire pressure. And the last one is if you are driving the MG3, the small hatchback on the MG New Zealand and Australian market, the MG3 does come with a tire pressure warning system, but it does not come with a tire pressure display. So you won't be able to show the tire pressure on your monitoring on your dashboard system. But instead, if your tire pressure goes low, it's going to give you a warning on your dashboard. So it's pretty simple. The reset process is everything the same compared to other vehicles. And there you have it, all you need to know about the MG's tire pressure monitoring system. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please subscribe and like down below to support this small channel. And I'll see you next time.